extravagantly dressed. Wait, what? Okay, we guessed the main one right, but... Huh? Really? Is that Lachesis?
One cannot help but shine in such a splendid outfit.
Green flying dagger. She looks so good. Courtly mask, inheritable. Dance. I must have her. She's so cute. That's Fina, isn't it?
It is expected that all members of House Chalfie receive dance training.
That's Eflyn.
Of course. So did I.
I got confused by the pink hair. Okay, that makes much more sense than Fina. ARD attack speed 3. Whoa, that's crazy good. For ether raids. Who is this? I can't even. Is this Quan?
I am a military man first, not a dancer.
That's Quan!
So I appreciate your patience.
I can't even recognize him! Why is he just looking away? What the heck? Oh,
To dance with you feels as though I've yet to awaken from a wonderful dream.
It's a dream we share together.
Aw,
I'm praying
Sigurd
for
and...
you.
Wait, he's drinking too much. That is a giant goblet.
Yeah.
Is he gonna bash someone with that? Oh. It's magic, thank goodness. But that could give you trauma, for sure. It's a teleportation one. Moves allies adjacent to unit to opposite side of unit. What?
Your hand?
Wait! He is a dancer!
Let us never be apart.
Of course, dearest.
Let us dance. Be careful.
I'll need a second look at that. Wow, Lachesis looks perfect. Ethlyn looks great. Quan. That does not look like Quan. I looked at him, I was instantly didn't think it was Quan. Oh, I get it now. It's so fitting though. I wonder who the bonus hero is. The free hero. Alright. Guys. That was really something. I didn't expect... People kept telling me there was going to be 3 houses dancers, but I didn't expect any of them. I didn't expect there to be any. But the choices immediately... That was Lachesis. Something in me told me that was Lachesis, but I could hardly recognize her. She looks so good. She looks so elegant. Now she looks like her voice fits the character more, because the original Lachesis drawing was way too childish looking. There you go. She looks way better now. Ballroom Bloom. Yeah, she looks excellent. From Genealogy of the Holy War, this is entirely a genealogy banner.
Hey Nims, I'm happy it's a genealogy banner even if I'm not that impressed by the unit's art. Also, why does Lachesis still look she's 10 and why does Quan look and sound like Berkut? I'm conflicted if I should pull.
Quan's the one that really has me really iffy about things, but Lachesis doesn't look like she's 10. The original Lachesis definitely looks like she's 10. This one looks a bit better. With that said though, let me go over this before I tell you if it's whether it's good or not, or whether I think it's good or not. She has a new B skill. New to the game, Defense Cantrip. If Sing or Dance is used, inflicts defense -7 on nearest foes within 4 spaces of a unit through their next actions. It's not new. We just get the defensive variant of it. I've forgotten all about the cantrip. That's been introduced before. It's just we haven't seen it since. Like the entire set of abilities of the cantrip abilities. I believe we got attack cantrip before. Okay, with that said though, the rest of it, air orders. Remember, she's a flying green dagger here, which is super weird to me. Green mage would made more sense, but I guess last year they had a green mage, so they're trying something different this time. So air orders is super good fodder at least. That really helps in Ether Raid's defense. Movement is king usually in these kind of modes. Dance is, of course, a dancer, so it makes sense. Now, courtly mask is what is going to be the big thing, I would presume. At start combat, if unit's HP is over 50%, grants attack res +5 during combat, and also if foe can make a follow-up attack, reduce damage from foe's first attack by 50%. That is interesting. So what it's saying is, if you attack someone who can outspeed you, their first attack is reduced by 50%. And if you're over 50% HP at the start of battle, attack res +5. So if they have something like Vengeful Fighter or QR, for example, their guaranteed a follow-up attack, the damage on the first attack is reduced by 50%. Which is useful because, think about it. You attack. They attack. First attack, 50% damage drop. Then you attack again. Generally speaking, within those 2 shots that you get off, you should be getting the kill. So that makes sense. And that is fairly useful. However, because you're still getting hit, and this ability only works, the attack res portion only works if you're over 50%. That really messes things up a bit. Still, that's an interesting dagger, and I think I can see a lot of heroes using that really well. She is the 4-star focus, as you said, which makes sense to me because... Wait a second. No, it doesn't make sense. Are you sure she's the 4-star focus? Also, the free hero is... Oh! It's Fury Fodder. It's Eldigid. I've like forgotten his name because we like never see him anymore. Ah, so he's the free hero. Yeah, so Lachesis is the 4-star focus. That's crazy because that drops air orders way, way, way down. Are you sure that's a perf? I hope it is. But yeah, that's significant because air orders is now a lot easier to get. Before it was stuck on 5-star locked heroes, so if you need air orders or just want a cute dancer, Lachesis is your girl. The Glimmering Lady, Eflyn. Do you guys remember the first time we got Eflyn? It's been so long. She was in the game as a free healer. It's been forever since we seen her since then. Anyways, with Eflyn, she looks so good. It's nice to see her. She's back. Now this is definitely not cheap. Wow, joint drive speed and wind sweep. This is some good fodder for some hero. If you're a big fan of ether raids, ARD attack speed would probably be useful for you. Not always though. ARD attack speed, again, if defending an ether raids, grants attack speed plus X during combat. However, X is based on number of your defense structures. So if it's over 5 structures or equal to 5, plus 10 to both attack and speed. If it's 4, plus 7. If it's 3, plus 4. If it's 2, just plus 1. Less than or equal to 2, it's just plus 1.
Anyone surprised that a unit who made to top 50 all the time like Era still isn't got a single ult yet? Instead we get these 4 rubbish. Trash company.
Wow. Vic, as usual, you only care about specific heroes, and everybody else doesn't matter to you. I haven't even gone over all of them, so I wouldn't know. I think you're wrong, though. Absolutely, I think you're wrong. If for nothing else, Ethlyn's going to be great fodder. Wind sweep and joint drive speed. Joint drive speed has a lot of value. It was on the new Anna, the DLC Anna from Awakening. Flying dagger. Making them all dagger heroes is a bit weird to me, though. Considering it would make much more sense if they were mages. Anyways, Courtly Fan. If unit initiates combat, grants attack speed plus 5 during combat, neutralizes effects that prevent units follow-up attack during combat. Wait, what? It neutralizes effects that prevent units follow-up attack during combat. So if you have like Wary Fighter or something, it doesn't work. And it's attack speed plus 5, guaranteed. Wait, that's a different dagger entirely. So Eflyn has attack res plus 5, but it's 50% damage reduction on first hit of foe. Yeah, if foe can make a fall attack, reduces damage from foe's first attack by 50%. So they're releasing 2 sets of daggers then. This one's only really good against Waries or heroes that deny follow-ups during combat via abilities. But it's still attack speed plus 5, so it's like a better Swift Sparrow, I guess. Wait a second. During combat, and neutralize effects that prevent units follow-up attack during combat. Oh!
Did you forget she had wind sweep?
I didn't forget. It took, like, I was reading it. Wind sweep, because it's also units follow-up attack during combat. So it makes sense. But the entire idea here is so that she can attack without the wind sweep inhibiting her. So she can attack twice. So it's a better Swift Sparrow, and it allows you to use something like Wind Sweep instead of Desperation, which is generally better because there are a lot more physical counterattackers than dragons nowadays. Though mages and whatnot would still be able to counterattack. But still, if you can get 2 shots off and then a dagger debuff without any consequences, As a support hero, you drop their defense and res by 7, and of course you have dance available as well. So that's actually really good. For Ether Raid's defense, this could be problematic for people. That's nice. Saying, did I forget? I literally just looked at it. Wow. Quan, I'm sorry. I'm not a fan. What happened to Quan? Let me ask you guys this. Does this art not look somewhat wrong? Somewhat off? What do you think of his art? Because I'm going to tell you the problem right now. Look at his right hand. Look at his head. Why is his head so tiny? Why is his hand so big? Like, that is... And the bow. You call that a bow?
A world of nothing?
What the heck is that?
A world with nobody in it?
I guess the cuffs make the hand look bigger, but still, his head looks way too small. There's something looks wrong about him. It doesn't feel like Quan. Like, I thought it was Quan just because of his genealogy, but looking at the rest of him, I really could not make the guess. That's why I was like hesitating to say it was Quan when I first saw him. This seems really like rough. Anyways, he has Courtly Bow, effective against flying foes. At start combat, if units' HP is over 50%, grants attack defense +5 during combat. And also, if foe can make a follow-up attack, reduces damage from foe's first attack by 50%. So just like Lachesis. Additionally, he has Dance, attack defense +4. So when you're adjacent to an ally, attack defense +7 to unit, and neutralize units' penalties to attack defense during combat.
It looks like Hess from a Feh knockoff.
Yeah, he doesn't look right. I don't know what they did to him. Fly formation is nice to have, and with Courtly Bow, he can reduce damage taken, so it allows him to run a B skill like that pretty decently. Honestly, you would just have to run something like Noontime. So you attack, -1 cooldown, they attack, -1 cooldown, and that attack is 50%. Then you attack again, hopefully you get the kill, and the Noontime heal, and then you can just run something like Flower Formation in your B without disturbing your HP or putting you into rough situations as easily. He also has Joint Defense, Joint Hone Defense, which is nice to have. So, pretty simple as well. That's fine. He is a blue flying dancer. Blue flying dancer? I'm not sure this game needed a blue flying dancer. Yeah, he looks off. That bow. I hope for his sake he's going to be really good. But if it's a Quan archetype, he's going to have low speed. And I'll be honest, attack defense bond nowadays doesn't match up to attack defense unity from Dimitri. Anyways, the big two, the Destined Duel, Sigurd and Deirdre. I can't... Everyone guessed this. Absolutely everyone guessed this. However...
185 scoring ranged cav dancer, not like this guess I need to save for his rerun.
You guys calm down just a little bit. I was gonna say, however, we were hesitating on this yesterday, Matt Crash and I, because we were like, if it is Sigurd, and he is, the chances of him being a cav dancer would be out of the roof. You can check it out. We were talking about the possibility of a cav dancer, and if it were a cav dancer, with how scoring works here on Duel Heroes, he would be bumped to 185 BST. So this is not only our first 3-movement cav dancer, and he looks so stupid carrying that giant goblet. He's 185 BST in Arena, so this is a hero you can run in Arena, in Tier 21 Arena all the time. Additionally, he's 3 movement, so his ability to chase and to dance is immaculate. This is kind of ridiculous. Okay, real quick, let's go over the standard stuff. Dance, of course. Attack res bond 4 if units adjacent to an ally. I'm surprised I didn't try to do a unity skill here, because a bond skill is kind of harder to pull off. It's easier to pull off had he been running Wings of Mercy, but he's running Law Attack res 3. Anyways, had he ran unity, it would have worked way better, but I think that might have made him way too good. Anyways, attack res bond 4. Attack res +7 to unit, and neutralize units penalties to attack and res during combat. Nice, nice, nice. Additionally, he has Joint Hone Res. Certain turn, if units adjacent to an ally, grants a res +5 to unit and adjacent allies for 1 turn. Okay, That's a pretty good company kit, but his own personal weapon, Guilt Goblet, attack +3 if foe initiates combat or if foe's HP is 100% at start combat. Okay, he's gonna be used defensively then. Or going for a one-shot. Grants attack res +6 during combat. This is really familiar. Didn't we just get a hero like this? We did. And also, if foe uses magic, reduces damage from attacks during combat and from AoE specials by 50%. So if foe initiates combat or if foe's HP is 100%, virtually all the time, because you're supposed to use him defensively. On his own turn, he's supposed to be using Dance to set up other heroes, and on opponent's turns, he can bear to take a hit, especially from res-wise. So when they attack, he has attack res +6 during combat, and if they're magical, which they should be, I mean, if they're not magical, he's still going to take the hit, but if they're magical, it does even more and takes 50% from AoEs and normal attacks. Yeah, from attacks during combat. So it would be for both hits. He's not scared of mages at all, or AoE. That is really, really good. The expectation here is for him to be a super hard hitter, because Guilt Goblet is 14 might, it's attack +3. If he's being attacked, another attack +6. If he's being attacked, he's likely set up to be attacked, so he's likely to have an ally nearby with attack respawn 4 triggering. He's likely, of course, law attack res is going to trigger as well. So that's 3, 7, 3, another 6. 19 additional attack if they initiate on him and they are magical. Additionally, their damage is cut in half by 50%. And his res is going to go out off the roof because joint hone res, 5 res, law attack res 3, effectively 3 other res, law attack res bond for another 7 res, and then Guilt Goblet another 6 res. So that's 13, 16, 21 extra res. This guy is going to kill mages all day long. Seriously good kit. And if he had Wings of Mercy, he'd be a scary jump-in option for like Ether Raid's defense or something. That goblet looks so dumb. No, guys, seriously, look at him. When he attacks, it feels like he's asking for more wine. Look, more wine! Boom. The Axe Flyer's like, I don't have wine. Alright, the dual skill. Moves allies adjacent to unit to opposite side of unit. If an ally cannot move to the target space, ally will not move. I get it. I get it. This gives you extra movement. So if you move in front of a unit, you can shift them forward and then dance them. Once used, dual skill cannot be activated again. At start of odd number turns, if dual skill has already been used, unit can use dual skill again. So every odd turn, you get it back. So the idea here is, look. I don't think this is the best example because he's so within range of everybody. But if you flip him to the side and go for the red flying mage, I think it works pretty well. So, flip. Yeah. So that provides you extra movement, essentially. It's harder to set up, and it's not as clean and as useful as a lot of other skills, but again, movement is absolute king in most of these modes. So for something like Arden, he absolutely needs that. He was not going to reach otherwise. By flipping him to the other side, he kept his action too, so he can now attack. And of course, he can move down 1, and then you can dance him, and then he can move again. So I like it. It's just, it's not like absolutely game-changing. Like, Desperation built into, you know, a harmonic skill is pretty nutty, for example. Or Dominance on Dual Micaiah is pretty nutty. Those are pretty game-shattering skills. This is extra movement and not... And I don't really think you'll always need extra movement, but it's always nice to have. Oh, it also does demonstrate something else. They're meat shields now. Yeah, they're absolutely meat shields. Because look. The Lancer can no longer reach Sigurd, which was most likely the most dangerous hero to him. Nor can the Wyvern Flyer. Yeah. Wow. You can literally just cover your Dancer like this. I can see a lot of interesting plays being done with this. But yeah, I don't think it's game shattering. It's it's interesting, and it'll take some extra work to use, but I'm sure people can find a really good use with it. And yeah, he hits like a truck. What attack was that? That was insane. Anyways, September 8th yeah, 8th to what the? It's a month. 65 attack. Well, Wyvern flyers usually have low res, so that makes sense.
Number 400 SP Dance Skill. Dance is only 150, so the whales will put a rally plus on him.
You're right, because as a dual hero, he automatically gets his points bumped up in Arena to 185. But because it's not a signature dance, it's not a new dance, it's 150 SP, so it does drop his score. Okay, so the chances of him being used in Arena has been dropped a lot more. But still, at 185 BST, at lower ends of Arena, some teams can sneak him in if they're willing to make that commitment. First Cavalry Dancer, first Dual Dancer, Anti-Mage, really high attack, really high res, movement assist skill, movement dual skill. Interesting. Anyways,
Look
let me
at
know.
Sigurd's deathkin, look at his WP. Did he really need the magic reduction? If it was all ranged attacks it would make sense. His original had good def, and with Deerfing and Crusader he had good def / Reese, but here he just negates magic, which to be honest he doesn't need it. Well, I'm just pulling for Ethlyn because I love her.
Okay. The reason why I left out talking about stats is because I presume I'm going to be discussing those with the guys afterwards. But yeah, he has 38 HP, 55 attack, 18 speed, 16 defense, and 42 res after the joint home res, so it should be 37. We'll total up later on, but that is the stats. You're right, the defense is really low, but it should be expected because the idea here is for him to be anti-mage. Anyways, as I was asking, who's going to be pulling? And of course, Eldigan is our free hero. Maybe he has a unique weapon, who really knows? It'd be nice if he did. Anyways, banner comes out on the 8th and goes all the way to October 7th. But yeah, let me know who's pulling. For me personally, I might go for Lachesis. And that's because I like Lachesis and air orders would be nice to have. But that might be all I go for. I don't really see myself needing any of these characters. Because at the end of the day, most of these are dancers. And even though dual Sigurd is really nice as a dancer, I think you don't really need more dancers in this game. Everyone already got like a free Peony, which is one of the best dancers. And of course, Lendering Azura is somebody that is a hero that a lot of people who want her already have. So this is definitely one of the best dancers in terms of supporting and fighting. Much like last year's theme, actually. But this is definitely one of the best dancer banners. It's just, you know, a dancer's a dancer, and I don't really think you will ever say, I must have a dancer. At least not at this point in the game. But yeah, that's my thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts are, guys, whether you're pulling or not. But I will discuss this with the guys now.